How's it going, everyone? I'm Keegs, and this weekend wrapped up the 2022 Star Wars Celebration event, and with it, a lot of things were announced. So here, I just want to go over my 5-ish things that I am most excited about in the near future here. So let's get right on into it. Number 5. The Mandalorian Season 3 and the Ahsoka series are in production. Both of these series won't be coming out until 2023, and there was no new footage really released to the public, which is why they're last on my list, but I am still really excited for them. Mando Season 3 will almost certainly be a journey of Din and Grogu traveling back to the war-torn planet of Mandalore in order for him to redeem himself by cleansing in the caverns below the surface as told by the Armorer.
According to Creed, one may only be redeemed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore.
This will likely have a large overlap with whatever Bo-Katan is doing at the time, since her entire goal is to take back Mandalore for herself and her people. For the Ahsoka series, it was confirmed that Hera, Chopper, and Sabine would be joining the live-action group, which is the cast of Rebels, so we can assume that their quest is probably going to be looking for the Jedi Ezra Bridger. It seems that Disney is leading to a large Avengers-type crossover between all of these series, and I wouldn't be surprised if it really involved Mandalore in a much larger way. Next up, for number 4, is The Bad Batch Season 2. At the end of Season 1, they didn't seem to have a clear direction in where they were going and what they're doing, so I think a lot of this series will be them finding a new purpose and eventually joining the rebellion in some way. It looks like Omega is a little bit older now, and seems like she's going to be contributing to the team in a slightly more meaningful way, and not just some kid that's being dragged around, which I think is a great choice. She has a lot of potential, and I think that she could really use her skills in a more meaningful way, and it will really further the development of them as a team. The rebellion, however, is still likely many years away from really forming, so I wouldn't expect to see them join in this season, and probably likely not in the next one either. Moving on to number 3, we have the episodic Tales of the Jedi, featuring the prequel stories for Ahsoka, Count Dooku, and Qui-Gon Jinn. Since Ahsoka joined the Jedi as a child, there isn't really a ton to learn of her before being taken in, so I think this will largely look at the Togruta as a species, and more specifically, Ahsoka's mother. Count Dooku is probably the one I'm least excited for, since I feel like I already have a pretty decent understanding of his background from the book Dooku Jedi Lost. However, if this is a story showing how he came to meet Palpatine and fully join the Sith, then I think there could be some pretty great content in there. The one I'm actually most excited for is the Qui-Gon Jinn prequel series, since I think it's just an amazing character, and if you haven't gotten a chance to read Master and Apprentice, I highly recommend it. I think it shows how Qui-Gon thinks and what makes him so different from the rest of the other high-ranking Jedi of the Jedi Council members. Plus, Liam Neeson is making a return to voice Qui-Gon once again, which is just absolutely amazing. In my second place spot, coming in at number 2, I have the series Andor coming to Disney Plus this August. And usually I'm not as excited for the prequel Rebellion stuff without the Jedi, but the quality of this I think looks so good. I really enjoyed Rogue One, and this is going to be following Cassian Andor, who I think is a very interesting character because he's someone that will do whatever it takes to win. In Star Wars, there are often a lot of black and white characters where you're either on the light side or the dark side, but Andor is really a character that does some bad things for some good reasons, so I think there will be a lot to unpack with this series, and I can't wait to break it down come August. Before we move into what I'm most looking forward to, I want to briefly mention some of the other things that were announced this weekend. Set in the High Republic era, 2 series of comics, with the first taking place on the moon of Jedha, and it follows the new Jedi Vildar Mak. This moon is the same one that was introduced in Rogue One, and we'll get to see the planet before the Empire started mining the Jedi temples for kyber crystals. The second story follows a character named Porter Engle, who was introduced in the first High Republic book, Light of the Jedi. Here, we're gonna get to see his origin story and how he earned the title Blade of Bardada. Skeleton Crew is going to be a series about 10-year-old kids trying to survive off-world. LEGO Star Wars Summer Vacation Special tells a tale of what the sequel trilogy crew is doing after they defeat Emperor Palpatine and are just trying to relax. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures is a High Republic show directed at a younger audience. And finally, they are porting over Knights of the Old Republic 2 to the Nintendo Switch. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, my most anticipated announcement from the event this weekend, Jedi Survivor. This is the sequel to the fantastic first installment, Jedi Fallen Order. Unfortunately, this is not coming out until 2023, but I absolutely loved the first game, and I can't wait to see where this is going and where they're going to take Cal Kestis. We see a Padawan, which is not the Grand Inquisitor, but is of the same race, and I believe he may be a senator, but he clearly has learned of Cal and has his sights set on him. We also see Cal fighting an unknown Darkside user, which to my knowledge doesn't look like any of the Inquisitors I know. And there was some random person floating in a Bacta tank. We are definitely going to have to wait to find out more about this game and really understand what's going on here, but I think that this trailer is perfect for the teaser because it greatly raises the intrigue of the game, but at the same time it tells you almost nothing and keeps the mystery surrounding it. The first game was really fun and the combat was actually quite challenging at times. I can't wait to see how they're going to expand on the lore from the first game as well as the mechanics. But there you have it, those are my 5-ish most anticipated things that came out of the 2022 Star Wars Celebration. Let me know down below though, what are you most looking forward to, and I will catch you all next time for some more Star Wars content.